Happy holidays, everyone. I wanted to come on this morning and share one of my traditions with you for the holiday season, and that is baking some cookies. The cookies that I'm going to bake came from this book. This is my favorite holiday book of all time. I have had this probably over 20 years. I pull it out every year, and there's awesome recipes in here and just really adorable illustrations. It's called Christmas from the Heart of the Home by Susan Branch. It's just adorable. The whole thing is illustrated and it's just so much fun to look at. Look at every page is just a story and just brings back emotions and memories of earlier times. We're gonna move ahead here to the cookies, and here is the cookie that I am going to make. It is Annie Hall's butter cookies. I cut the recipe in half, so I'm making, looks like I'm making 3 to 4 dozen. And mine are going to be pretty simple. Here is all the different suggestions for making this cookie. I already mixed my dough together and it chilled overnight. Okay, so I went ahead and laid down a piece of parchment paper. This is what I'm going to use to roll my dough on. Hopefully it'll save me a little bit of cleanup from just doing it directly on the counter. And I'm going to need some flour, so I just put that in there to be ready for if I need to add more to my surface. And I have a wooden rolling pin that I've had, oh my gosh, I've had this thing for 20 or 30 years. And this is what I'm using to cut out my cookies after I roll them out. I'm just gonna make a star-shaped cookie. And here is the dough that I made. I put it in the refrigerator overnight and it is still pretty hard. I'm gonna just leave it out on the counter and we'll wait for it to soften up just a bit in order to be able to roll it out. Okay, I'm hoping that my dough has warmed up enough. I'm going to cut this in half and roll out half of it at a time. Just gonna be very careful and I don't cut myself. There we go. And I'm gonna put the other half back in the bag so it doesn't dry out. I'm preheating my oven to 350. Okay, so preheat oven to 350. And here are the ingredients if you want to give this a try. This recipe makes 6 to 8 dozen. And there are the directions. And you cook them for 10 minutes. Well, I am putting the cookies on this cookie sheet that has a Silpat mat on it. So that'll help easily remove them from the pan and make my cleanup easier. All right, I'm going to give this a try. I'm going to put some flour on my rolling pin so that my dough doesn't stick to it. And I get a little bit on the surface. So I'm supposed to roll this to 1/2 inch thickness. I feel like a 1/2 inch is going to be too thick for these. So I'm going to make them a little bit thinner. we're ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and maybe I'll put a little bit of flour on there. Okay. Just gonna push straight down. There is my cookie. And I'm just gonna place it on here. Then when I get the sheet filled up, I'm gonna decorate them. So I got 6 cookies out of that, and I'm going to ball this up so I can at least get, hopefully, maybe I'll get 4 cookies out of this. Now I have room for 1 more cookie, so I'm gonna go that extra and make 1 cookie for right there. There we go. We have a sheet of cookies. Now I'm going to go ahead and start decorating these. I'm gonna decorate the cookies very simply. I'm going to use sugar sprinkles that I got at the grocery store. There we go, my cookies are ready to go into the oven. I'm gonna put these in the oven for 10 minutes at 350 degrees. Then I'll start working on the second batch so they're ready when these come out of the oven. together. And the rest of this I'm just going to use for scrap, and I think I'm done making the cookies that I'm going to make. I'm going to get the cookies out of the oven. I got to find a place to put them, so I'm going to pause the video and we'll be right back. We'll see what they look like. Okay, here's what the cookies are looking like after they came out of the oven. I'm going to let them set for a minute or two. If I try to lift them off the sheet right now, the little points might break off. I'm going to give them a couple minutes, and then I'm going to transfer them to a piece of parchment paper. My second batch of cookies on the pan, and it is hot still. In 10 minutes, they'll be ready. So here is the finished cookie. Ooh, it looks so good. Next thing I will do once they cool down is package them up and get them ready to take to work tomorrow. The ones that I'm not taking to work, I'm going to put in a baggie and probably put in the freezer so they're nice and fresh for Christmas Eve. And I'm going to box them up. I'm going to get some parchment paper to put down in here. So I'm going to go find that. I also have chocolate chip cookies. I made these yesterday. So I did pop them in the freezer right away. So I'm going to take some of these and add them in here. Here's the Buckeyes. I made these yesterday and these were in my freezer. I did not cover the holes or anything. They're homemade, you can tell. And I'm just going to kind of fold the paper over. There's my box. I'm going to wrap a ribbon around it, maybe put some cute things like that on it, and it'll look super cute. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you have traditions that you enjoy each holiday season. This kind of brought back some good memories for me of Christmases when my kids were little. I have this picture of my daughter on Facebook, and she's got a little Santa cap on, and she's having the best time making cookies. That pops up every year as a reminder for me. And this also brings back happy memories as well. I hope you enjoyed watching me bake these cookies. Thank you for allowing me to share one of my traditions with you for the holidays. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next crafty video. Happy holidays, everyone. Bye.